Hi, this is John with Day and Night DJs. Hopefully give you a tip here to make your life a little easier. A lot of times people ask me how I prepare music for a particular event. Now, I'm not going to bore you and tell you how I break things into different categories and folders and everything in my library. What I'm going to break down is a little bit of tips for ways that you can do it for a particular event. Now, I'm going to load my iTunes here, and as you can see over here on the left, I do have all the different folders that people use, different genres, different things we can use, and that's all done ahead of time. But what I'm going to show you today, here I have broken down specifically for tomorrow's event. Now I do use the date, that way I keep things organized, and after things happen I just delete them. There's a few extras up here at the top I've saved over the years, but they're basically just really good playlists, and we go back to them once in a while for ideas. Now tomorrow you'll see it's broken down. There's one there for the ceremony, one for dinner, one for dancing, special songs, and also the Charlie Brown Christmas, which is going to be her cocktail hour. So what I do is I break down all the songs that are needed throughout the night. Now the special songs are ones in particular for her introductions, father-daughter, mother-son, first dance together, last dance together, things like that. I put them all together so I know I have the right version of the song. I also test everything ahead of time, make sure it works, and I test it in Serato as well to make sure it's going to function on our controller. Now if I scroll to the top here, you'll notice that it's listed for an iPad and an old iPhone. I use these as backups, and I also use the old iPhone for a cocktail hour if it takes place in a different location. So I don't have to worry about leaving my good phone somewhere. I also don't have to worry about phone calls coming through or text messages or anything they're going to play across the speakers. So if you're not sure how to do this, just grab an old iPhone, take it to your store, and they'll take the SIM card out of it. They can wipe it clean, and you can still use it basically as a touchscreen iPad. It's just really small. Up here at the top, you'll see a little icon, and when you click on it, it gives you choice between the iPad and, in this case, an old iPhone. So what I'm going to do first is the iPad. When you do that, and you click on it, you get a separate screen. And this is basically all the settings within the iPad. If you come over here and you select the music, it will show you everything, all your playlists that are in your regular iTunes library are all here. So what I've done is I've selected the ones specific for tomorrow. Once I do that, and you put a little check mark in front of all of them, then you come down here in the bottom right, you'll see where it says sync. You click on the button that says sync, and across the top it'll start to run through the different syncs. Now all these songs are already on here, so this should just take just a second, and it's finished. So come down in the bottom right and click on done. Takes me back to my original iTunes screen. Just repeat the same process for the iPhone. Come up here, click on iPhone, click on music, and you'll notice you get all the exact same stuff. Now this I use for cocktail hour. The iPad I use as a backup. In the event that my laptop crashes, I have all of their music on 3 different devices, all of which are quickly available. And I also, down here at the bottom, I grabbed some of the more important playlists. These are things I've had over the years. I've got the novelty songs, some top 40, a little bit of everything mixed in there. So in the event that my laptop dies, I can actually complete the night. I could play off my phone, or I could play off my iPad with some different mixing programs that are on there. And the music's not going to miss a beat. Chances are your couple, they're not even going to notice that your laptop died. So once that one is loaded, again, just hit the sync button. Everything will load, and when it's finished, you hit done. Takes you back here to your original folders. Now, I'm going to click on one of these in particular, and we have dinner. These are all the songs that I'm going to play during dinner for this bride and groom. And here is everything we're going to play for dancing. Now this particular playlist is everything that was sent to me by the bride and groom, and these are songs that they suggested we play at their event. Another nice feature is that any changes that I do in iTunes automatically carry over to Serato. So anything that I have, like here it says fast disco, speed up if possible. It's a little note to myself so that when I'm playing the song, I have to bump the BPM up a little bit because it's not quite fast enough. You can also use that to put notes to yourself, such as good song for dinner, or maybe suggest another song that they go well together. So you can type both titles in there. That way when you type in the one title, the other song automatically pops up as well. Now over here on the left side, you'll see all my different folders. And down at the bottom, it's starting to load my iTunes library. And once it's finished with that, it's going to load the playlists. And you should see it here in a second. They're all going to pop up on the screen. And this is everything that is in my iTunes library I now have full access to in Serato. Once I plug in my controller, you're going to get the two players here at the top. I'm just going to load a song on each side so you can see them. And you can go right from there and you can start to play your night. Now when you get to the point where you need anything, say they surprise you and all of a sudden they want to cut the cake and you weren't ready for it, you don't have to search for the song because they're already in your special songs. And it's right here. Boom, Build Me Up Buttercup is ready to go. Now another nice thing that I discovered recently is down at the bottom, you can add crates. These are nice because you can add them on the fly. Say you start your night and you have a playlist that was given to you by the bride and groom. And in this case, I have it over here under, right here, dancing. And you'll see that this song is highlighted in blue. That's because I already played it. And I have not yet reset my counter. So here on the left, you'll see the little orange box. That's to add a crate. So down here at the bottom, I have 2 crates left over from before, but I'm going to create a new crate just for today. Click on there and it adds crate number 3. I'm going to take today's entire playlist. Control A highlights everything. I'm going to take all their songs, throw them in here, and it creates a new playlist. Now just to show you, if you click on history, come over here on the right, click on the word reset. You'll notice that this song is no longer blue, and I got a fresh start ready to do my next event. The reason I'm showing you this crate is because these songs were all given to me by the bride and groom ahead of time. They gave me 39 songs they want to hear. Of course, when you get to the event, there's songs you want to add. You might get a request for something that's not in there. So what you can do, let's say someone requests Brass Monkey. You can highlight Brass Monkey, scroll to the bottom, add that to your crate, and now Brass Monkey is automatically added to the bottom. If you have your songs in BPM order, which most of us do, Brass Monkey will be added in BPM order. You'll see right there at 78. You can use this all through the night. So every time someone comes up to you and asks you for a song, all you have to do, select it, come up to the top, say they want to hear The Weeknd, The Hills. Just highlight it, say, well, yeah, I do have that song. I'd be happy to play it for you. Highlight it, drag it over here to your crate, and it's now in there. You don't even have to remember it anymore. As soon as they walk away, you can forget the song because it is automatically added to the playlist that you're working out of. Just a little tip for you. Now, once all of this closes, all of these changes are not going to be saved. The nice part of that is when you get to your next event, you can repeat this process with the new playlist and all the new requested songs, and you're back and rolling. Now we're going to quit Serato, and it does ask if I'm sure. That's just a safety feature so you don't accidentally shut down during your event. And then once you open your iTunes, you'll see that all of your playlists are still here and you're ready to go. If you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact me. This is John with Day and Night DJs. Hope this helps somebody out, and I hope it works.